Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this live section. So guys, if you're a new person or if you're new to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, drop a like for us and then share so that people can join in too. So we're going to be talking about Mazi Simeon Ekpa and his trial. He was in court on the 18th of June 2025, and something important really happened in court. In fact, a lot of things happened in court, and I want to come here to, I want to share to you guys what happened in court. It's as if Nigerian government are playing. Yes, it's as if they are playing. They don't know what they are doing. It's as if they don't know what they are doing, honestly, because something dramatic, even though the judge was even shocked, it happened in court today. So now let's know that Simeon's activism took a more radical direction. He was accused of using social media to call for sit-at-home orders, and in the southeast, and critics say some of his messages incite violence. So for years, the Nigerian government has been trying to shut him down, but instead of handling the matter legally through extradition, they have been applying pressures in the background, hoping Finland would act. So this is it. So this is what they okay. So people don't know the case of Simeon Ekpa, because right now I think Nigerian government don't know what they are doing. You charge someone for terrorism, financing terrorism, and then you don't have an evidence. Hey God, I'm gonna be breaking everything down for you guys. So stay tuned to the end of this live section because I have a lot to spill out, guys. So this live section is going to actually prove that Nigerian governments are just joking. They are just beating around the bush. You said someone actually committed terrorism and then or financing terrorism, you cannot prove a crime as they don't know what terrorism is. You accuse someone as terrorist and you not come fully prepared to defend or to prove him guilty. So now they said that one of the now Simon Ekpa is facing allegations related to terrorism financing. That was what Nigerian government said. Spreading harmful propaganda and inciting civil unrest through online platforms. Now, here's the twist. These charges were not filed in Nigeria. They were brought up in Finland based on diplomatic pressure, media campaign and international complaints, mostly from Nigerian authority. Now, so the court first asked if there are actual evidence. Yes, because if you bring or if you accuse someone of stealing something, you have to show evidence. So they said he the one of the charges they leveled against him is terrorism financing, spreading harmful propaganda and inciting civil unrest through online platforms. So now the judge first asked if there are actual evidence. So now, does he qualify under Finnish law as someone who has committed a crime while living in Finland? Does he qualify under this is what the court asked. Does he qualify under Finnish law as someone who committed a crime living while living in Finland? That is what is going to lead us to the hearing of the June 18th, 2025. This is what happened in court. In fact, the judge was surprised that or whatever Nigerian witnesses will do this kind of thing. Now let's go into the main part of this live section. Now, what exactly happened in the court on June 18th? That's when Simon Ekpa stood in Finland court, for his trial continuation. Now, Simon Ekpa stood trial in a Finnish district court in a section meant to reveal the evidence the Finnish government and the prosecutors had against him. So on the 18th of June, they stood in Simeon Ekpa stood trial in a Finnish court, in a Finnish district court. That was, that section of the court was meant to review evidences Finnish government and the prosecutors had against him. But here was what shocked everyone, even the judge. The prosecution did not bring strong evidence The prosecution did not bring strong evidence, according to the court's insiders and Finnish legal observers. Now, watch. This thing actually marveled me. You, it marveled me that someone that is, you said someone committed terrorism or a case as big as terrorism, you cannot even prove. You were now begging for extra months. You were now, begging the judge for extra months for them to give you extra months so that you can gather evidence. So, the way things are going, it's as if Simon Ekpa will leave that place soon because, you know, the in his court section, the Finnish police announced that after the proceedings, that Simon Ekpa can talk to Biafran people, and Biafran people can speak to him. They can have a good time, to the extent that even Simon Ekpa was even talking to his fellow Biafrans on call, even people that are alive. They heard his voice. For something like this to happen, what does it tell you? That very soon, probably he might leave there very soon, because looking at the way his case is going, imagine for them to charge him of financing terrorism, a case as big as terrorism, and the prosecutor or the prosecution team they couldn't even bring up a good or a strong evidence that can hold water. They were now begging for extra months. So why did you now charge him for terrorism when you cannot prove? That's the question. So this thing shocked the judge, shocked everyone. Honestly, a crime as big as terrorism. So it is when someone does something that you can actually come and say, okay, yes, he did it. He's innocent. That's one thing. They just want to work together, collaborate, and silence Biafra, which will not happen. Which will not happen. So let's continue. So according to the court's insiders and Finnish legal observers, the prosecution team basically begged the court for 4 more months to gather evidence before what they currently have, because what they currently have cannot hold water. The prosecution team begged the court for 4 months to gather evidence, because what they currently have now cannot hold water, meaning that they cannot prove that he has been given illegal sit at home orders in the southeast. So now let me break everything down for you so you can understand. So imagine someone accusing you of theft, but when the court says, okay, show me or show us the CCTV or the stolen items, the accuser now says that we don't have it yet. Give us time to go and look for it. What kind of Nigerian governments are just playing pranks, honestly. They're just playing pranks, because how can you accuse someone of financing terrorism but you don't have proof? You're begging the court to give you extra 4 months to go and prepare or to go and gather evidence. So what kind of evidence will you give when you cannot give it now? This is funny, honestly. This thing truly shocked the judge. So now, that was exactly what happened in court. And the judge was visibly surprised. Like, who will not be surprised in this kind of thing? He was not even angry, but he was shocked, because for such a serious case involving accusation like terrorism, the person is expected to come to the court fully prepared. Did they know what is terrorism, or they just open their mouth and accuse someone? You accuse someone of terrorism and then you cannot prove the person guilty. This is very bad. But they weren't prepared at all. So the court had no choice but to adjourn the case to September 2025, giving the prosecutors time to go and gather proper evidence. Even the Finnish court is supposed to see this thing as these people don't have anything to say. Yes. If you check, Martin Kanu and Simon Ekpa's case is similar now, because when it comes to DSS witnesses, they don't have anything to say. And these ones too, they don't have anything to say. So now, another thing we need to know is that um US officials are now interested in this Simon Ekpa's case, just like in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case too. They're interested too. They are now showing interest in their case. This is another thing that will show you that very soon that man will leave that place. So during the court section, it was observed that two officials from the United States were present in the courtroom. Yes, two observers. Americans sent observers to come and watch how they are handling Simeon Ekpa's case. Even Nnamdi Kanu's case, observers were sent. American observers were sent to know how they were handling it. And then in Simeon Ekpa's case, now they are showing interest. They sent. During the court section, it was observed that two officials from the United States were present in the courtroom. Now, why would American care about Simon Ekpa's case? This is one thing. People are asking why they are interested in his case. You know, this is the answer. The answer is that the answer is just diplomatic balance, because America is watching closely because of these cases touches on number one, human rights. Yes, I would see this as a suppression of human rights, because you cannot lock up someone and then you cannot prove that he actually committed the crime you accuse him of. It's now oppression. You're now violating his human right. That is why Americans are now interested, in Timon Ekpa's case. Some people are asking why are they interested. Number one is human rights. They locked him up, even in Mazen and the Kando's case. They locked him up and they cannot prove the accusation. They cannot prove the thing they said he did. That's oppression. That's violation of human rights. Our thing is freedom of speech. Now you know that Simeon Ekpa and Mazen Kanu uses Radio Biafra as a form. They in fact Mazen Kanu and Simeon Ekpa is like a voice to the Igbos, because you know that Igbos are being persecuted. So because of they have refused to keep silent, that is why Nigerian government are going after them. Yes, I will just put it that way in my own understanding. You know, Igbos have been silenced, marginalized politically in all round, but because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simeon Ekpa has refused to be silent on it. That is why they are going after them. So now they are trying to silence them. They don't want them to talk because they know the truth. Yes, Nigerian government knows that these two people knows the truth and they cannot stand them. That is why they are doing all in their powers to silence them. Freedom of speech. They want to silence him. Is it bad for someone to talk? Is actually his right. This is why I say they are violating his right. It's actually his right to talk, to speech, or to criticize. Even in Finland, yes, if you check their constitution, they actually have the right to criticize a government that is not doing well. But in Nigeria, when you criticize, they will arrest you. So now, one of the reasons why America are not interested in Simon Ekpa's case is the international law of extradition and fair trial. Will you say that Simon Ekpa have been having or have been, Nigerian government has given him a fair trial or something? And in that Mazen and Kanu's case, you know that when Binta Nyako was actually presiding over his case, he was not given a fair trial at all. Yes, I'm telling you the truth. It's now when John James Omotosho took over the case, that's when you can see that at least he's making improvements in his case. They're kind of following the constitution. I just want them to follow the constitution to the core, because all these things, there is constitution, but it's as if there is no constitution. They are not following it. They make the law and they violate it themselves. So now I just feel that it's because of Simeon Ekpa is in Finland. That is why you see that he's at least he has a fair trial than because the plan of Nigerian government is to bring him back to Nigeria. And you guys know that once they bring him back to Nigeria, it is finished. His case will be longer than Mazen and Kanu's own. In fact, he's going to stay in cell for so long. I'm telling you the truth. First of all, they will give him a judge that doesn't know what he's doing, that's going to waste his time, you know, before they now finally give him a good judge. That is one thing about Nigeria. They're looking for a way. Just like in the last concession, this one that happened on the 18th of June, they talked about China. And Mazi Simenekpa knows their plan. The way they lured Mazi Nnamdi to Kenya, that's the same way they want to lure him now, because according to a message in his phone, they said that the judges were asking him, how about this message they saw in your phone, they read in your phone? And he said that he doesn't have anything to do with Chinese people. That the only time he has something to do with Chinese people, not really that he has something to do with them, but they came to his they messaged him, a Chinese messaged him, and they said that they want to help him in this freedom fighting of a team. They want to help him with this struggle, this Biafran struggle. That was it. So now Simon Ekpa is a very smart man. He knows that they want to use it this way and lure him to China. Probably Nigerian government must have collaborated with Chinese, to lure him to China so that they can come to China and arrest him or kidnap him. The same way they did to Mazen Namdekanu. They kidnapped him in Kenya and brought him back to Nigeria, which international law and Nigerian law were against it. So Simon Ekpa already learned his lessons from Mazen Namdekanu's case, and then he was wise. He played a very wise. In fact, he was wise in that case, honestly, because he rejected it. So now, another reason why Americans are now interested in Ekpa's case is the African political situation, especially with Biafra and Nigeria. Now, the presence of these American observers in court on the 18th of June 2025 shows that this case has gone beyond just Nigeria and Finland. It has become an international matter. So now, the fact that these American observers were cited in court, it shows that Masisi Menepa's case has gone beyond just Nigeria and Finland, but it has become an international matter. Now, let's know what this means to Ekpa. Now, the truth is that he has not been convicted yet. The case is still open, but the current status actually favors Ekpa. Yes, the case is actually favoring Ekpa. Imagine if it's in Nigeria, if he's in a court in Nigeria, do you think he will be favored? No, no, no. Nigerian government will play their game. You know what Nigerian government are good in doing. So now, like, when Simeon Ekpa actually started his trial in Finland court, everybody was shocked because the judge asked him, or declared, or he wanted to give his final judgment by saying that Ekpa is going to go to jail for 6 years without even proceeding. You did not investigate. They said he's a terrorist. Why don't you wait for people that said he's a terrorist to come and give their evidence, to come and show their CCTV, to come and prove or present their evidence? You're just saying that he's going to go to jail for 6 years without even taking due process or without proceedings. Everybody saw that as a red flag, honestly, coming from Nigerian government, because you know what Nigerian government are good in doing. Who doesn't know? You know what they are good in doing. Probably they must have collaborated with Finland government to make him go to jail for 6 years. So that's it. That's what people are saying. So now, because if the truth is that he has not been convicted and the case is still open, but the current status favors Simeon. But because if the prosecution cannot provide strong evidence by September, remember that the people that came to testify against Simeon Ekpa now started saying that they should give them, the court was begging, they were begging that they should give them 4 more months to go and bring proper evidence. It really shocked the judge. Oh. It even shocked me. You accuse someone of terrorism, you cannot prove what you have, cannot hold water. You're not begging the court to give you 4 months to go and get evidence. The Finnish court should just dismiss this case, because these people they don't have. In fact, Simon Ekpa has no case to answer, just like Mazen Namdekanu. So now the truth is that by September, if there's no strong evidence, the court should just dismiss this case completely. That means Simon Ekpa could walk free and possibly sue for harassment or defamation. Also, this event has exposed the fact that same government that some government tried to silence dissent through international pressure, even without evidence. You can see that this has actually exposed Nigerian government. This thing that happened in court, that people that came to testify against Simeon Ekpa, and this people, do you know one thing? One worst thing that happened to Simeon Ekpa was that his friends were the one that stabbed him at his back. His friends were the one that came, to testify against him. That was why he wept in court. Imagine, it is disheartening seeing people that you eat with on the same plate talking against you. Probably they must have collected because of money. They actually stabbed your back. That was the worst thing that happened to Simeon Ekpa in court. That was the worst thing. So now, the thing is that if this what happened in court has actually exposed Nigerian government, to show you that Nigerian government actually, try to silence dissent, through international pressure, even without evidence. These people, they don't have evidence at all. They had to beg for 4 months, 4 months to go and gather evidence. So when if they cannot give evidence now, so when would they now give the when would they gather the evidence? If these people know that this man has nothing to do with killing, they know that all this is happening both in Benue State and different states in Nigeria. These are all Fulanis, but they claim that it's IPOP. Now example is Iyamufu. Iyamufu is a community in Enugu State. Now, when Eastern Security Network was there in the bush, what is the work of Eastern Security Network? They stay in the bush in the southeast. They fight these Fulani people, these bad guys. That's their work. So now, after some time, Yamufu people, the Yamufu people were now, trying to blackmail, um, they were trying to blackmail what Eastern Security Network, saying that they are the ones, fighting them, killing, buying people. And then, it's happened for some time, even when they come out to say that they are innocent, Yami people consistently saying that it was Eastern Security Network that is doing, buying people in Yamufu. And then they withdraw them. They withdraw this Eastern Security Network, and then these bad guys are now finishing them. Yamufu that is known for food, they don't go to their farm again. They are now very hungry. Several times they have come out to protest. So you can see that it's not Eastern Security Network that is doing this thing. These people are Fulani people, foreign terrorists that come into Nigeria to terrorize Nigeria, to take over the lands in Nigeria. Look at what happened in Benue State. A survivor in Benue State clearly said that these people are Fulani people. I heard them clearly. But the government will tell you that it's IPOP. When they know that these people are Fulani people, they know the sponsors of this thing. Why is it that DSS, or why are they after Biafran government? Why are they after it? Is it actually bad to agitate? Is it bad to agitate? Is their right? Nanda Kanu will tell you that it is right to agitate. Yes, and he's not begging anyone to release him. This is what the law says. This is what the law says. They should follow the constitution. If they actually say that Nigeria is a democratic, or they practice democracy, they should follow the constitution and do the right thing. These people are innocent. They know that Martin and the Kana and Simon Ekpa is like their plan spoiler. That is just, they know that this man is their plan spoiler. In fact, there's this allegation that one British head or whatever actually rigged the election. I'll still come, and I'll still drop a video on that British government rigged the election even before the independence, to tell you that British government are still the ones controlling Nigeria up till now. Because tell me why all these things will be happening, bad guys will be buying people, and they are silent. That you saw that Tinubu actually did something or tried, this is the first time I'm seeing that Tinubu is going to a place that was attacked by bad guys. This is the first time. It is because citizens are now going there. Pastor Paul Eneche was there at Elewata. Very Dark One was there, made videos of, because of Nigerians are now panicking. So that is why he had to camouflage. That is why he had to go there. Camouflage. And guess what? They sent military personnel to go. If you see the military personnel that occupied Yelewata because Tinubu was coming, where were those military personnel when these bad guys were buying people? Where were they? Where were they? Tinubu sent military men to go and take over Yelewata. Give them three weeks, they are out of there. This is the kind of country we are in. Country that pampers terrorists. That's the country we are in today. They pamper terrorists a lot. You will see, they will catch terrorists, they'll rehab them and put them back in cell. What about innocent people like Simon Ekpa and Maznanda Kanu? They call them terrorists, but they have not seen them with guns and weapons. They have not seen them ordering directly, giving personal speech, saying that they should buy people. They have not seen. What does this tell you? These people are innocent. These people are like their plans, their game spoiler. That is why they are trying in their possible best to silence them. That's to tell you. It's as if, because there's this allegation. I'll still drop a video on that. Guys, don't miss any of my live session, because I'm going to update you guys on what is happening in Nigeria. Because people are actually, there was this allegation that came one certain time that Tinubu works for foreigners. So now, normally now they will debunk it. But it's as if it's true now because a British headmaster or something came to say that he confessed, saying that they actually rigged the first election Nigeria had. They rigged it, and that was one of the problem of Nigeria. They rigged it. Imagine that, guys. So it's as if these British people are still controlling Nigeria. In fact, according to Mazen Kanu said that the British handed Nigeria over to Fulanis. That was just it. So you can see that the problem of Nigeria is deep. The problem of Nigeria is so deep. It's very, very deep. And it's division that is the only thing. Division, that's the only thing. Let according to the man, he said Nigeria is not meant to succeed. That they were the cause of all the facts. They are the problem of all this thing that is happening today. So that's the thing. That's to tell you what's happening in Nigeria. So now, many things we need to learn. Many things in this Simon Ekpa's case. There are many things we need to learn as Nigerians. Number one thing we need to learn is due process. Now, if someone is accused of a crime, the law says you must prove it. You cannot just jail someone based on opinion. That's just it. If someone is accused of a crime, you have to prove it. There is need for due process. You cannot jail someone based on opinion. You think, or no, you don't just come and accuse someone. You have to give strong evidence that can hold water. Now, freedom of expression is protected in democracies. In courts like Finland, people are allowed to criticize government actions, whether here or abroad. And I one thing we should know that international courts are watching Nigeria. It will come to a time that nobody will want to have anything to do with Nigerians or Nigerian government. See now, if Nigerian government wants to be respected globally, it must respect human rights locally. It must respect human rights locally. That's one thing they need to know. Now the thing is, Simon Ekpa's court hearing on June 18th exposed a weak case built on more on political pressure, than real facts. The Finnish court is giving the prosecution until the September to prove their claims. But for now, the momentum is clearly in Simon Ekpa's favor. Whether you agree with his politics or not, this trial is bigger than just one man. It's about the integrity of justice, the right to speak freely, and the fight for transparency in international law. So, guys, we've come to the end of this live section. Guys, please hit that subscribe button and don't miss any of my live section because I'll always come to update you guys on what will happen next. And Simon Ekpa's case, Mazinam Kanu's case. Currently, Mazinam Kanu, I think the case is favoring him. It's favoring him. So, guys, if you found this video very useful, guys, in the comment section what you think about this trial and what it means for Nigeria and Biafra's future. So, guys, I want you guys to never miss my live session because I'll come back and update you guys because there are many things you need to know about this Simon Ekpa's case and Mazen Kanu's case because in fact everything happening in Nigeria you need to be updated. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified whenever I'm gonna be coming live so that I update you guys on what is going to happen next. So we pray that Mazu Simeon Ekpa is going to come out from this because looking at the way things are going, I think this case will actually be to his favor completely. Because imagine prosecutors cannot or prosecution team cannot prove that he actually committed terrorism. They cannot prove that he committed it. The Nigerian government says that I don't know whether it's AI or do you know the Nigerian government will want to do all in their powers to make sure that they suppress, they bring out fake news. They say that Mazi Simon Ekpa is a content creator, that is not a prime minister. Who knows how to, guys, Simon Ekpa has actually said that he's a prime minister. He never said he was as a content creator. Do you get? He never said that. So I don't know where you're getting all this allegation from, all this news that is flying viral on social media. Simon Ekpa is he's the prime minister of IPOB. That's just it. It's the Prime Minister of IPOB. So all these allegations, please don't disregard all this allegation. It's not true. Nigerian government will want to do all in their powers to make sure they suppress him. So guys, let us know that the case was adjourned to September because the prosecutors said they don't have enough evidence. Hey, if the Finnish court knows what they are doing, anyways, they had to like postpone it or adjourn it to September. Let's see what they will come up with, because it is sure and certain that they're going to come up with lies, nothing but lies. Lies. Exactly what's happened in Mazin Amnekano's case. They were coming up with all lies, guys. And the judge, confirmed that they are lying. Now they have closed the case. That is the same way they also closed the case in this Simon Ekpa's case and release him. So guys, we've come to the end of this live session. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, like and share this video. Don't miss any of my live section. Make sure you drop a like button. Let me know what you're saying about Simon Ekpa's trial under the comment section. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.